This is Module 3 in EDFA 59100, School Administration. In this module, you're going to get a chance to practice the things that we've learned. Let's review. We've explored the elements of leadership, including the national standards, important skills, and behaviors that increase student achievement. Then we took a close look at vision and what exactly does that look like in a school setting. Now during this module, you're going to have a chance to practice what you've learned. We have designed several exercises for you that are based on actual events during my 16 years as a school leader. I call them in-basket exercises. In other words, these are things that you would tend to find if you wandered into your office and looked into your in-basket. Here's how this will work. This has to be timed, because when you make a decision like this, you very often only have 2 or 3 minutes to make the right decision. So I want you to look at the slide with a partner. You can do this using just cell phones, or you can do it through Skype, however you like, however you're most comfortable doing it. When you open the slide, you have 5 minutes to decide on your actions. And these exercises are designed to give you practice in what it feels like to be in charge. You're going to have to make a quick decision. You will have to decide what should have priority, what you should do first, second, and what steps to take. You and your partner have only 5 minutes to write out what your responses would be and what would take priority. Then you post your responses on the course site. Once everyone has posted their responses, you can see if there are patterns that are emerging. Did most people agree on the priorities? Did most people use the same strategies? If your responses were different than the majority, how can you support your own actions? Are there sound rationales for your actions given what you've learned so far in the course? And again, you simply just move through these different exercises and post your responses on the course site. Now let's take a look at what the appropriate responses were. First, let me just say that there were no right or wrong answers to these situations. But strong leaders do need to learn some good rationales for dealing with these various issues. In the first exercise, you were asked to decide about toilets, irate teachers, and reports due to central office. If you put the toilets as a first priority, then good for you. Regardless of what else is happening in the school, a flooded hallway is a major priority. The tone of the irate teacher's note makes it imperative that you deal with this teacher from a position of strength. You need to ask her to come to a meeting after school that day. You need to explain that her note was inappropriate and that you want her to deal with you in a more professional way in the future. After you've set those boundaries, then you can explore what is really going on. And last, you must always take central office reports very seriously. Never put off a report that you are caught you're caught in this kind of situation. The next incident involved a racial incident and a rock thrown through a neighbor's window. Since the media is camped at the school door, this of course should take first priority. Your first action should be to contact your supervisor and ask for advice. Making careless statements to the press will always get you in trouble. In this case, the teacher's alleged statements were so grievous that you need to defer to central office to handle everything. The incident with the rock actually occurred to me late on a Friday afternoon. My first reaction was to call the central office facility director. He told me to wait there for him and he would be right over. At 6:30 p.m. we visited with the neighbor and he explained that the school would cover all costs. The neighbor graciously accepted the apologies of me and the director. The last exercise focused on a fire drill and a summer school announcement. These may have seemed rather trivial at first, but they could easily lead to big problems if not handled properly. Fire drills are carefully monitored by the local fire department and must be followed exactly according to code. You must be sure to contact all people involved who need to be informed ahead of the drill. It's your decision whether you want to give your special education teachers a heads up, since it's very hard for them to respond quickly. There are sound arguments for informing them and for not informing them. The summer school announcement should be carefully planned. You must consider everyone who will be impacted by the change. What about the custodial staff, the teaching staff, the bus drivers? A good rule to follow is never inform parents of anything before making sure all staff are informed beforehand. And the last slide in this module is a review for you to think about. You need not write down your answers, but just give some thought to each of these questions. And in closing, I want to let you know that you will be expected to give some responses in this course to 4 actual school situations. You will find them posted in the course assessment site. You need to write a 250-word response to what you think should happen. Each scenario is based on true stories from elementary as well as secondary schools. And this assignment will be the one that you post to TaskStream as part of your portfolio.